Hey, Shalom, Meshach, I'm going to start off. Souls by giving no praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Akakudash, double honors to the apostles of GMS, and honors to you brothers doing the work of the Most High in truth and sincerity. Right, it's a real quick one. I'm just inspired by, the numerology, that the Most High works. So you got the guys on the left-hand side, they work in numerology, but the Most High is is the number one numerologist, right? So for instance, there's certain of these numbers the brothers will know, and also there was one mathematical equation I found out the other day, right, which I was just like, look, man, hey, the Lord is out there, right? So for instance, first one, minutes in a day was 1,440 minutes in a day, right? That vibration of 144, right? Read the book of Revelation, right? It speaks about 12,000 out of each of the 12 tribes of Israel, which results in 144,000, right? That vibration of 12, the 12 apostles, right? The 12 tribes of Israel. All right, you see? So once again, so first one here, 1,440 minutes in one day, right? And you think about how many hours there are in a week, right? And then you 24, 7 days a week. But then you tweak it, but you're like, but wait there. The Lord says you work 6 days, right? And you rest on the seventh, right? So then it's not 24 times 7. Do 24 times 6, what'd you get? 144. So in the working week, according to the scriptures, there are 144 hours, right? Once again, that is the idea of working, for 6 days and resting on the seventh. So not counting the seventh day wherein is rest, but in the days that you are working, that's 144 hours, right? And you carry on. Right now, this is the beginning of of that little bit of the mathematical equation, right? So in a day, there are eight. How many zeros is that? There are 86,400,000 milliseconds in a day, right? So that's 8,640 seconds in a day, but 86.4 million milliseconds, right? So we get out our calculator, right? So if you bear with me, so you got your 5 multiplied by, wrong button. My 5, gonna multiply that by 4 to the power there of 4, right? You're gonna also multiply that by 3, right? You guess it, to the power of 3, right? You're gonna multiply that by 2, right? To the power of, you guess right, 2, right? And then for completeness sake, you're going to multiply that by 1 to the power of 1, right? So 5 to the power of 5 multiplied by 4 to the power of 4 multiplied by 3 to the power of 3 multiplied by 2 to the power of 2 multiplied by 1 to the power of 1. What does that equal to? Boom. The amount of milliseconds in a day. Now, I said I was personally. I find that the fact that the Lord made, because the word maths means truth, right? Lord made that particular equation to equal the amount of milliseconds in a day, right? Which, like I said, I'll speak for myself. For me, I'm like, look, man, the Lord is out there, right? And this is a Sirach 39:16. It says, all the works of the Lord are exceeding good, and whatsoever he commandeth shall be accomplished in due season, right? Because when you have the understanding, right, when the Most High gave the blueprint of the earth to Yahweh Shai and the angels to build the earth and build the universe, the suns, the stars, whatever, what have you, right? It was perfect, man, right? And this chapter here in Sirach 39, it goes into the duality, right? And it also goes into, the things of destruction that the Most High has made, right? And then go into basically saying, look, you can't say one thing is better than the other, because the Most High made everything for a purpose. In fact, let me grab this even, right? This is Proverbs 16:4, Right, it says Yahweh hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Right, it's just referring to Esau, the so-called white man. Right, he is the wicked of the earth. Right, you read that in the book of Malachi 1:4 speaks about the border of wickedness. Right, which is why we live in the world that we live in today. Right, a world that is corrupt and full of wickedness, man. Right. But yeah, it says, yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil, right? So, we look at Esau, we're like, man, this guy's wicked. He's destroying the earth. But in doing all of this, he's being the perfect devil, because the Most High made everything in its perfection, right? And then after this man is gone away, and the children of Israel, right, are put back in power, then the earth is going to be in its perfection again, right? The children of Israel, we're going to be in our perfection again, right? So I carry on just also another further on, the numerology, right? So Revelation 17:5, it says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Right now, I can't. I believe it may have been in the series that the apostle did going into the book of Revelation, right? Where it breaks it down. But the way the Hebrew is written, right? The Hebrew has a numerical values. For instance, the R is 1, the bar is 2, from what I remember. It's been a while since I've gone over it, right, etc., etc., etc. So then you go into Mystery Babylon of the earth. So that's that sentence there. Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, right? When you add that up, right, it equals 666, right? Once again, going into the numerology, right, the Most High is dealing with, man, right? And these were just a couple examples, just going into the days and the weeks, right? Well, not days, or the seconds and the days, right, and everything, right? Just showing you the power of the Lord and the vibrations that He's put up in this world, man. Right. So, as always, Lord's word, I was edifying, right? Until the next time, I say, Shalom.